All right, good morning. My name is Almog Aley-Raz, and I'm the CEO and VP R&D of CorNeat Vision. Today, I'm honored to present you our disruptive permanent tissue integrating technology. How many of you have been to the LSI event last year at the Grove in the UK? How many? All right. For me, it was the first time. And as I was preparing for this second round, I've looked at the year that passed in retrospective. And what a year it's been for us. Our first product, the CorNeat EverPatch, which displaces the use of tissue in ocular surface surgeries, was recently FDA cleared. We also won 2 new grants from the US Army and the US Navy to commercialize our artificial cornea and our disruptive permanent dental membrane. We graduated the US most lucrative accelerator program, Medtech Innovator, inaugurated our first clean room, and validated our own production line. We exhibited in the US for the first time and came out with 100 leads, and registered a US corporation toward the launch of our first product to market. We were successful in contracting close to 20 independent reps who are eager to present our devices to their customer base. We produced and released our first batch to market. There's over $250,000 in value in this picture alone. We successfully conducted our first sales meetings in luminary. Just a second. In luminary US clinical centers. All meetings resulted in us progressing to the value committees and purchasing first revenues, and first revenues are expected this quarter. Just a second. So I'm here again, 12 months later. The ability to permanently integrate synthetic materials with living tissue is no longer science fiction. So let's roll. All right. CorNeat Vision material technology overcomes the main issue with implants and implantables, which is the foreign body response they trigger. Naturally, our immune system will work to degrade and eventually absorb biomaterials. Their continuing presence will result in their encapsulation. What we've practically done is domesticated this response, leveraging it to our advantage. Our material technology, the EverMatrix, presents a paradigm shift in biomaterials. The EverMatrix is the first non-degradable, completely synthetic biomimetic extracellular matrix, which is essentially the skeleton of our tissue. When implanted, it practically goes under the radar of our immune system. Its special structure stimulates cellular proliferation that leads to full colonization. This material practically becomes part of the tissue, and it doesn't go anywhere, kind of a rebar mesh for reinforced cement. The EverMatrix is a new type of material, not a scaffold which is temporary. Its main advantage is permanency and tissue integration. It is superior to donor tissue and scaffolds in many other aspects. EverMatrix advantages are poised to disrupt the growing extracellular matrix market. Every surgeon we meet has several game-changing applications for it in his own domain. We are very advanced in the ophthalmic and dental spaces and are planning to expand to other fields by leveraging partnerships. The EverMatrix disruptive tissue integration capabilities were proven in over 15 different studies, in vitro, in vivo, and also in humans. Here you can see histological evidence from the subconjunctival space demonstrating full fibroblastic colonization and abundant collagen depositions within our matrix. There is no capsule formation and even capillaries coursing the way through the material, rendering it an integral part of the tissue. We observed similar results in subcutaneous, subgingival, and subperiosteal implantations. The latter confirmed the ability of our material to serve as an optimal membrane for guided tissue and bone regeneration, and revealed that the EverMatrix is osteoinductive, which means that it integrates with bone tissue as well. Seeing is believing. Our material was evaluated side by side versus donor tissue in a human. We also evaluated it side by side versus processed tissue in rabbits. As is evident here, ECM and tissue patches create inflammation and congestion and are eventually absorbed, while the eyes with our material are quiet and the material does not degrade. Our initial set of products will revolutionize the treatment for their respective indications. Each leverage the Avermatrix in a different way. If you're interested to learn more about them, come meet me here at the event. Together, they drive an exit potential that exceeds $1 billion US. I can't help sharing with you one slide about the CorNeat Capro, our artificial cornea. The CorNeat Capro implant enables corneally blind patients around the world to fully rehabilitate their vision following a simple and straightforward implantation procedure without reliance on donor tissue. Our device, which is comprised of an acrylic lens, is surrounded by an Avermatrix skirt that biomechanically integrated to the eye wall. In January 2020, we hit a major milestone with our first in-human implantation. Jamal, a terminally blind 78-year-old man who previously failed 4 transplantations and didn't see for a decade, regained his sight and independence following a 1-hour surgery. Jamal is now almost 3 years post-op, and since the bandages were removed, his vision is stable with no complaints of pain or discomfort. We've just initiated a study with 35 patients geared toward a FDA clearance and CE mark. A supplementary study with 55 patients is planned in China in 2024, as there are over 5 million patients there waiting for tissue. Our go-to-market strategy is straightforward. The idea is to license or white label our material technology and make it accessible to the market as an ECM or as part of other implants. Yes, we do have 3 ophthalmic products and IP for more. This segment serves us well as a platform for validating our tech while generating significant income and social impact. Our financial projections rely on multiple revenue streams that are built bottom-up based on conservative assumptions. Each product has a story, business plan, and strategy. There's also a significant upside here, given our patent platform technology broad applicability. We have a very strong and committed team with experience in business, clinical, and R&D. And a very well and distinguished set of key opinion leaders and primary investigators that are very well committed and are enthusiastic in supporting us. In the next 2.5 years, we're going to hit several inflection points in terms of valuation and create significant opportunities for M&A, licensing, white labeling with companies and strategics in the tissue and material space, ophthalmic space, and dental space. We already raised $20 million and won $7 million of grants and are looking for value-adding investors that will join us in this amazing journey. Thank you.